With the two close tropical cyclones that just passed the state, a lot of people are wondering if they're prepared enough for potential disasters. Now, these were weaker storms that didn't make a direct hit, but what if we saw something more severe? Dennis Wong, faculty from the University of Hawaii Sea Grant College Program and NOAA, joins us this morning with preparation tips. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelly. Good to be here.
Yeah, so first, before we get into all the tips, because I know you have a lot of great ones for us, tell us about the University of Hawaii Sea Grant.
Okay, well, Sea Grant is part of NOAA, and our mission is to take research at the university and bring it out to the community. One of the things that we do is the Homeowner's Handbook to prepare for natural hazards. So this is a free publication. Version 3.2 is online, and version 4 will be out in September. The book, by the way, has gone through 9 print runs with 75,000 copies, and it's been modified for 10 states and countries now.
Wow, and you actually were saying that you have a new version going to be coming out soon.
That's right. It's gonna have a lot more retrofit options, and there's a volcano section for the volcanic activity last year, and also we have a climate change section in there now.
Perfect, because it changes with, of course, the different types of disasters that we're seeing, the strength of them, but also with everything that's changing in terms of things that you can do to protect your home. So
that's right.
When we're talking about preparedness, again, everyone should check out this book because it is free. You can just go online and check it out. I actually have this exact book in my home. When you talk about preparedness, though, why is it so important?
Okay, it's very important to prepare properly, because if they don't prepare properly, people are going to get stressed out, especially with all these systems coming by. In 2015, there were 16 systems, and then the next year is Lester and Madeline. Last year there was Lane, and this year Eric and Flossie. This is going to continue in the future, so we need to prepare in a way that what we do today will prepare us many years into the future. So we got to think of the short term and the long term.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And when it comes to preparing, let's talk about the different types of things you can prepare for. So for a system like, what we just saw, the main events were rain. How would you prepare for flooding conditions? Okay,
well, when you asked about this interview, we weren't sure the status of Flossie, but we were preparing for floodings. But we put two diagrams together, one before the storm, before the flood, and one after. So before the flood, important to clear your gutters, because actually 2 days ago I cleared the gutter. There was 25 pounds of debris in our gutter, and that was when it was wet. When it was dry, but when it's wet, it's like 3 times heavier. And otherwise it'll collapse, and your drainage system out of your property won't function. And also clear drainage outlets outside going out to your property. Check flood insurance and photograph your items. And then after the flood, it's important to remove standing water right away. You got to make sure everything is dry. Generally, if it's not dry within 24 or 48 hours, there's going to be an issue with mold.
Okay, good to know. And just a couple of days ago, again, flash flood warnings were posted on Kauai. Even though we didn't see a direct hit from this, there were heavy showers that came through, and flood advisory posted even yesterday for Kauai. There's still the threat of thunderstorms today. So take this to heart, you guys. You can still clear out your gutters. You do have time. More rainfall is expected today, but also with potential, we're just still in the start of hurricane season, so make sure the earlier the better. Okay, so that's with flooding. How can homeowners protect themselves from the wind?
Okay. Very important to protect against wind, because flooding is going to be most likely and actually the most dangerous in terms of casualties. But in terms of property damage, wind is going to cause the most damage if there's a hit. So one of the first things we recommend homeowners do is put hurricane clips. And I'd like to point out to this one exhibit right here.
Yeah, let's take a look, because we talk about this a lot, but I think not a lot of people have actually seen what we're talking about.
Sure. So here's a mock-up of a double wall house. Okay, double wall, two walls, generally siding on the outside, drywall on the inside. And you could see that this house, houses built after '88 will have hurricane clips. There are these fasteners here that essentially hold the roof to the wall and prevent the roof from blowing off. Okay, so if your house was built before '88, and that date varies for each county, you could add it as a retrofit from the outside of the house. And here you could see the hurricane clip as a retrofit, tying the wall, the double top plate, to the simulated truss or rafter. So this is a double wall house. The first thing we recommend, especially for single wall houses, again, here's a hurricane clip. We recommend that they install the clips. And here's like a single wall house, and you would just simply attach the wall to the roof. It's a simple installation. If you're handy, it will take $300 in material costs and maybe 2 Saturdays. But if you want to hire a contractor, it should be under $2,000.
And that's something that is so worth the investment, because when it comes to, you know, having to deal with potentially a roof blown off afterwards versus, you know, just taking the time to invest in these hurricane clips ahead of time, it's well worth the time and the money.
Yes, I always tell homeowners, spend 2 Saturdays to deal with this, and if you don't deal with it and the roof blows off, you're talking about 2 years or 2 to 5 years to deal with the issue. Yeah.
Okay, and let's talk about a myth, because this is something that a lot of people hear. Taping windows. Should you tape windows?
Okay, you should not tape windows, okay, because a lot of what's going to happen when you tape windows and they break, your major concern is wind and wind-borne debris. It's going to crack the window, and you're going to have large pieces of window flying around, which are even more dangerous than the small pieces. You don't crack your window. And it's also give you a false sense of security. So we do have some types of window protection we brought into the studio, if you want to see that. Okay, there are 12 different types in the book. One is impact-resistant glass. Very expensive, but worth it if you consider your house your major investment. And it's always in place to protect you against hurricanes or robbers. Another one is hurricane fabric. This is like catching golf balls at a driving range with a net, but it's the same concept. And then one of the things we talk a lot about is plywood, which is good and readily available, and cheap, but it's heavy. So this new material is also just as strong as plywood.
And plastic.
And it's just started to come into Hawaii. And you could hang it on your window just like plywood. And what we would recommend is you use these storm paddle screws.
And is this plastic? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's a polycarbonate.
Okay.
And what you do is you put it on the top left and right corner of the window. And then when there's an event, you just pull the cap off.
Already ready for it.
The panel is already prepared, and it's lightweight. You just hang it.
Perfect.
And then you fasten it with the wing nuts.
Easy, easy.
It's already in, and then that's where your partial deployment. If the system veers away, easy to take down. If it's coming in, you put more fasteners around the perimeter.
Okay, and that's something that is quick that you can do as long as it's already, you know, implemented ahead of time. Well, thank you so much for joining us. These are awesome tips to prevent against wind and rain for your homes. If you want to check out more, again, you can find their homeowner's handbook online. But thanks so much for joining us and for these great tips. Again, we're still in the start of hurricane season. There is still a good chance that we could still see an active season. Again, the Central Pacific Hurricane Center forecasting for a very active one. So be prepared. Best to protect your home. Thank you.